A well-chosen site. You want to strike the gate, do you?
True. We don't want to do more damage than necessary.
I quite understand. Sir Toth is holed up there, is he?
Just so, Master Conrad. I hear you have some accounts to settle with him.
Ah, not entirely. I've done with him. Sigismund trusted him more than me in his campaign against the Ottomans, and we all know how that ended up.
How did it end up?
Badly, my lord. The flower of French knighthood was slain there. Sigismund fled for his life, and I did too, I must confess.
Be assured we shall not make the same mistake here. We do not intend to starve them into submission, but to break down the gate.
I am at your service, my lords. We will build the trebuchet quickly. It will be ready in a matter of days. And I can supply, for example, Raketa to sweep the foe from the battlements.
Roquetta? I do not believe I've heard of such a term.
Raketa are missiles filled with black powder with a touch hole at the bottom to ignite it. They shoot forward, something like a hand cannon, but without rocks. The rocket is the missile.
I see. But we don't have black powder in these parts. Nor cannon.
Indeed. It should have occurred to me. But I am very fond of Roquetta, and I always think what Alexander the Great might have accomplished with them. I understand. We find ourselves in a conventional situation that demands a conventional solution.
I'm still hoping that Toth will see sense and parley with us.
He may well do so, especially when we set up the trebuchet on his doorstep.
Oh no, I'm a wanted man. Hans, help me.
Are you wishing you'd stayed home at Rattay instead of joining in our nighttime venture?
You must be joking. I haven't had so much fun since... actually ever.
Really? Despite being wounded? Actually, you missed the best part. When I was hauling you like a sack of grain to the battlements dead to the world.
It can't have been that much fun if I fell asleep. But you might have handled me a bit more gently. I'm black and blue all over.
Oh, all right then. Next time I'll just leave you to Istvan's tender mercies.
Nonsense. What would you do without me? Still, thank you for hauling me out of there.
Anything for you, my lord.
God be with you.
You! Stop right where you are!
Enough.
Surrender! Hey, you! Caught you. Now you pay for all your crimes.
What?
Don't play the innocent. It's jail for you, and I hope you rot there.
This could be a recurring problem for me.
Enough.
Right, before we get down to business there, what's actually demanded of me here? Rocketeer, da-da-da-da-da, he shall have his trebuchet. Tell Fafar about Conrad. But we've already had the cutscene of him being here. What else is there to even do? Also, where is Fafar? You in here?
I'm going to enjoy this.
Quit beating me up, I got people to talk to. Aha, Fafar. Wait, I have to... Okay, Jesus, Crivens. How many people does one man have to kill? Before we go here, when was my last save? In case I die and have to do all of this again. Rocketeer was 2 minutes ago, so we're alright.
Surrender. You committed a violation. You're under arrest.
I didn't want to do any of this, right? I was following my liege lord's order.
What's the matter?
I was given permission. Absolute permission. Oh, jeez. Who would have thought this encampment for a siege would be so full of soldiers?
Shit.
Well, it won't be once I'm done with it.
You are for it. I'm going to enjoy this.
God, I hope Sigmund's got some job openings after this. beat me black and blue here. Right. Not to mention, I am in sore need of some armor repair kits. At least I'm not hurting too badly for money.
Christ! Get over here!
Learned a bit about warfare by killing someone who has already surrendered.
Watch out!
Right. Ow!
All right.
I'm going to enjoy this.
I am getting messed up here.
I'll kill you. I'll bloody kill you.
That didn't match the line.
Curse it!
Down you go. And you get down. Okay. Don't think the siege is gonna go too well now. Right. For some reason this stuff still counts as stealing, doesn't it? There's no justice in this world. Oh, he doesn't look so good bent over like that, does he? I need armor kits. Rate isn't far from here. It's tempting to go and get everything fixed up, but I'm public enemy number 1 in Rate as well. Oh, my Gambison is so messed up I can't even repair the thing. It needs professional help. Oh man, the condition of my stuff is going down and down here. Okay, let's talk to Fafar about what we brought him, or rather who we brought him. Wherever he's gone. I don't have the lockpick skills to open very hard, sadly. Sleep and save. I want to do both those things, but maybe after I speak to the master.
Well, what's troubling you?
I came to an agreement with Conrad.
He's already here. You wouldn't believe how clever that fellow is. Now we really will build that trebuchet. That I guarantee you.
Glad I could be of service.
I'm truly grateful to you. And the men will be too when the assault starts.
What
Fine
men?
work. You've certainly saved many lives. I probably shouldn't, but go and have a look in my trunk. You might find something there you can use.
Thank you.
Hopefully an armor kit.
Yeah.
Ooh, 1,000 groschen. That I can always put to use. None of these appear to open. Where's your actual trunk?
Heavens above! There's a corpse here. What the hell is going on?
One of the most convincing water sounds I've heard in the game. Where the dickens is his trunk? This one? A really nice bassinet, an Italian one. And it won't count as stolen, so I'll take that. Maybe it can fund all the repairs that I need to do. And... Rate is a million miles away from here. Urshits, though. Do you have a... I think there were repair kits sold there, but that's not good enough. Oh, but I think... Oh, there's no tailor either. Jeez, I need repairs, and I need them pretty badly. Mehoyet does not do such things. Rubislavitz has been torched, but if I'd done the DLC, there could be a nice town there for me. I mean, I guess I'm just rolling back to Rat. There's a tailor here, but not an armorer. Well, let's go and see the mean streets of Rate. Again, I'm a wanted man there, but we could at least entertain ourselves by seeing how much they want in donations to forget all the killing that I've done. Time for the Bohemian prison tour. Yeah, that'll be a new thing for the channel. I'll be comparing the prison foods all across Bohemia. That's the real Paradox Insider right there. You're really gonna have to build a town so you can have somewhere to safely go. That DLC is really terrible. And I think even with all the money I have right now, it wouldn't be enough. You need dozens of thousands of groschen to build everything up. Oh, and it gets worse. Because I did do it. I think I did it in its entirety as well. It's stuff like, oh, we need charcoal. So you're going to go and run to all the charcoal burners just to talk to them to get charcoal. And you do the same for stone, and I think for wood too. It's just, ugh. There's nothing exciting about it. It's just go here, talk to person, and flood this chest with money, and then they'll build a town for you. Wouldn't buying Absolution after murdering... I think if you actually counted the amount of murders we've committed here, it would be a smaller number than you would expect. A lot of this has been self-defense. And many of it has been mandated by my lord, which makes it not murder, but an extra-legal killing. Not to mention many people we didn't kill. Hundreds rather than thousands, god yeah. Okay, what, did you pick up a corpse and decide to start walking with that as well, Henry? Get a move on. It's probably that the game is now so full of people that want me dead that it's having trouble processing fast travel. There we go. You're unconscious, what? What? Just no evading the law there. Don't think we ran out of energy. We had a lovely long nap before. What was all that about? Yeah, maybe we were the ones getting stealth killed or choked out. You were losing health, says Doof. Oh, I didn't notice. Not that I could do anything about it. There's no cancelling out of this. Now, my question is, whose jail am I in? I wonder if I have to serve jail time everywhere to face up for my crimes. 10 days in jail for murder is a pretty swell deal. 10 days for lots of murder. We're getting bulk discount. Oh man, imagine that. Imagine it warps you to Talmberg prison. We had that happen before. That would every shade of break the game if that happened now. There's nothing left of Lady Stephanie or Radzig by now, though. I really thought that popped up saying 24 days after we'd done with that. No. The final hours of my stay in prison. Oh, that's going to make me weak for the final fight, isn't it? Maybe I can sleep through it all. Well, actually, given that that was 10 days and the trebuchet was meant to be done in 2 or 3, I reckon we've missed all the fighting. Well, all the murder is being richly rewarded. There's a guns versus butter who decides that this is something worth celebrating. So good job, Henry. Wait until the trebuchet. Well, I did all the waiting, that's for sure. This feels like Rate, though.
Who are you? You stop right.
Walker, give me a break! I just got out of prison!
You'll have to answer. Gotcha, you scum! Now you'll pay for the murder you committed. If it was up to me, I'd send you straight to the chopping block. You're lucky the law will only let me throw you in jail.
Are you pulling my pizzle? Don't you know who I am? You better watch your step, or I'll make things so hot for you, you'll be lucky to get a job slopping out piss pots.
Aye, right. I've gone all weak at the knees.
Well, we're already here. Maybe we can get another bulk discount on prison.
Jail? Alright, let's go and get it over with quick.
Get moving. I hope you rot there.
Something's going to be growing on me after all this time. Holy moly. Oh, do we get another 100 for this this batch of murder? Achievement unlocked, Insomniac. I can't believe that. Released from prison and immediately accosted to go back to prison. I'm already feeling good about investing in the renegade trait, though. At least it makes serving in prison not quite as bad. You did kill half a... I was attacked by half a siege camp. For bringing in the person they asked for. And has anyone got that clip there? Somebody made a clip of when I was told to bring this guy in and that kidnapping was on the table. We got the Insomniac achievement there, Barcode. Here we go, here we go.
And how am I supposed to get him here? Abduct him?
Well, only if all else fails. We need his cooperation. Try having a word with him. By all accounts, he hates Sigismund.
There we go. If all else fails. Well, a lot of other things did fail. So we kidnapped him, dragged him back, and were accosted by the whole camp for it. Yeah, the game does not like being tabbed out. If I tab out, it just really brings down the speed of that. If all else fails, not sure that's how it went. Winners write the history, Marvin. And today, Henry's winning. Well, maybe not this day, but in 2 days' time, Worst Henry will be winning. Poor guy, though. I don't think you get much food in jail. I don't think I had any stolen goods on me, Barcode. Nothing that I care about losing, at least. I got... Good thing they don't take your money off you when you go to jail. Now, that would be the big kicker. I'd be surprised if somewhere during game development... I would be surprised if there wasn't a case where going to jail took all your money off of you. But it probably led to a lot of frustration. I know it would frustrate me.
On your way. And if I get my hands on you again, you'll rue the day. Got it.
Understood. Now where am I absolved? Lidichko and Rate. But not in Talmberg, and not at the monastery, and not at Sasau, and... Oh, Skalitz have forgiven me. That's nice. Well, there are 2 things I want to do. One is to check... Well, 3 things even. One is to... get all my stuff repaired, and get repair kits for them. 2 is to sleep off this being in prison malice. And I forgot what the 3rd one is. But we'll get it done. It still says you're in combat, Jake. Well, that could be a problem, but we'll just go and, like most things, sleep it off. Here's our bedroom. Sleepy time. Oh, but we're a bit hungry, aren't we? Forget the sleep then. Yeah, sleeping for 20 days apparently isn't good enough sleep. And I guess they just feed you bread and water in prison, and it's probably really nasty old bread. So, being the lord that we are, we just come on into the kitchen and then shove our face full of food from the pot. And even that's not enough. We got any other food that I could be having here? I think I robbed this place blind earlier.
You! What the hell are you fooling about here?
Just trying to find me some food, man. I'm hungry.
You've no business here.
Well, let me out then. Okay. Well, I had a bit of food, didn't I? Yeah, nourishment's at 55. So if I sleep just a wee bit, then go to market when they're open. They should still be open about this time. Get everything I need, save. Oh, that was it. I was going to check on absolution cost. So sleep away being in prison, get my stuff repaired and get repair kits, and check absolution cost. If you had to pick one game to play until you die, what would that game be? Probably RimWorld. I don't think I could ever tire of RimWorld. Well, I mean, there would be a point where I would eventually tire of the game, but it would be the best one I would think to enjoy for the rest of my life. But what a terrible thought to have. Being denied all but one game for the rest of your life. Savage stuff.
Yeah.
The game really does think I'm still in combat. Perhaps there's one guy just chasing me down from the other end of the map right now.
Carrots that'll make you and your family happy. Onions that'll make you cry.
Good health to you.
So you people are quite nice to me. I need some repairs done on my everything because I don't have the wherewithal to fix them. I want that dark plate though. I like the look of it, so I'll keep it. I'll keep it for when I want it. And hopefully you sell me some kits. Oh yeah. See, I burned through these armor kits. So I'm gonna buy a bunch of them. And I'll just seal the deal, no need to haggle. What? Well, they are expensive.
Let's have a word about the price.
Why not?
I love haggling in real life.
Satisfied?
That's not an...
Unfortunately, Swedes are just not into haggling. I don't think they understand the concept. Maybe there's some kind of language bit missing there. They don't seem to understand the idea that price can be negotiated.
God save you.
I imagine Germans would be much the same. Well, that's right, I was meant to sell my garbage as well, wasn't I? That's not what I want. I want to buy kits. Give me the kits. Yeah, a couple of blacksmith kits. Those are the ones that I need the fewest of, thankfully. Because repairing my mace is easy peasy. Hey, Kunesh, how are you getting on?
Clear off. I don't want to talk to you.
For some reason he's not my best friend. But oh, hold on. He's lost his plot armor, has Kunesh. He grew on me though. I don't wanna kill my good man Kunesh. He's had a hard life. Yeah, Twitch is my full-time job these days, fussball. Well, to say it's just Twitch isn't right. Streaming is, and putting videos on YouTube. And I gotta say, I loved my work at Paradox, but this was definitely the right thing for me. Right, shift all the stuff that I... Oh, I didn't put that back on. No wonder I was getting beaten silly. We'll sell that thing that the scribe was kind enough to give us. I'm not sure if I was getting many blows to the head, but if I was... that doesn't look as good as I thought it would. Better to have the Kuttenberg thing on. In that case, the horse can have it. Let's put that coif on. I'm not putting on the helmet, though. I like my hat too much. Tailor for the last things. I used to stream and work at Paradox, but the big thing was they were competing against each other for my time.
Good health to you.
And the more I rose up in Paradox, the more it was eating into my time, and not just physical time, but this concept of headspace. Where things, these thoughts, these ideas with pictures end up filling my... Oh, I don't think I bought that. End up filling up your head so you can't concentrate on everything properly. That was too much for me. I wanted to dedicate myself fully to one thing or the other. So I actually ended up writing down a big list of both things, like pros and cons of both streaming and working at Paradox. And in the end I decided, yeah, streaming seems better. The big pull there was being my own boss. Absolutism? There's no absolution. Doesn't seem to give me the option to pay here. I swear something's popping up in the bottom right. Oh, something is popping up there. Perhaps the very concept of paying for this is beyond us. Although maybe it's because we are considered to be in combat for some odd reason, which I could totally see breaking the game in another way. Wow, you really hear that ring out here? Jake, as a community manager, did you ever push a change to a game that was requested by the community? I wasn't a community manager. What a strange question. Okay, I'm gonna sleep off my actually, I'm gonna buy some food so that I can afford to sleep off my problems. As community manager, what in the world? Do you know something I didn't?
I'm honored that a...
Yeah. Cram the honor. I'm here for something. Ooh, I'm here for savior schnapps since I seem to be out of those. But more than anything, I'm here for food. Bread rolls should last good enough. I'll take a few of those. And I'll take some dried... You got dried meat here? Dried meat lasts for bleeding forever? Apparently not. Oh, right, no, just bread rather than bread roll. Gives a whole lot more food. Dried fruits don't give a lot, but I'll take what you have. Beggars, choosers, and all of that. I'll take even more bread. It hardly costs the world. Jake, as a janitor, did you ever push for the toilets being cleaned more often?
Yeah.
I see my time in State of Decay 2 is coming full circle. Who's our designated toilet scrubber in State of Decay again? As a security guard, how did you rate the access to... Oh, god-awful, right? I was... my security guard senses were tingling in a very bad sense. There was no good sense of security there. Which is probably not something I should say publicly, so forget I said that. Right, just gonna sleep and rest as I need. But then the places I did security for, it was really tight. I made a lot of people unhappy not letting them in, but too bloody bad. PDX ransacked and robbed tomorrow. Well, they've moved offices since, so... my information is too out of date to be useful. Right. Nosh down that food. I'm anticipating some big fight or other coming up, so I don't want to have the being in prison malices going on. So we'll just wait it out. And oh yeah, because we have that buff. We can just wait out without losing nourishment. After Jake quit, they moved offices just in case. The new offices are really nice, but the thing is, it's all open plan, and I don't go for open plan spaces at all. When I used to work with water, sometimes we had to go around schools, and I was lamenting at the layout of a school. Just all the classes just shoved together in a big open plan with movable desks. The din. It's bad enough in an office, but in a place with kids, that must be awful. Hard to hide the mace in an open plan office. Well, I got somebody sent me a bow staff, and that was in the office for quite a while, but nobody took exception to it, which is good, because if they had, I would have been the one with the bow staff. We could just change the locks. It won't work. Jake knows where to clip through the damn walls. I'd like to break down a wall with my bare fists someday. I remember this great moment when I was studying and the physics guy wanted to show off something about forces. And it's like, push against the wall, resulting force, blah blah blah. I pushed against the wall and the wall broke. And ever since then I've just wanted to actually break down a proper wall, but most people would really not like that. Okay, we rested everything up. I think we saved from that. Let's go over to Talmberg and see what this siege is all about. Let's put the trebuchet to the test. I was able to kick one of my more brutish desires in life off the bucket list. One of the things I wanted to do was force open an elevator with my bare hands, and recently I found myself in a situation where me and a few others were stuck in an elevator, so I actually got to enjoy pulling the doors open. It felt great. I mean, what's the point in working out so much if you don't get an opportunity to use it? I've broken down a proper brick wall once, says Marvin. Takes some work. Yeah, see, that's what I'm talking about. Don't work out, says Rombic. No, that's out of the question. Right, unsurprisingly, I've got foes here, but let's just, in quotes, fight it out. How do I create my State of Decay character, says Guns vs. Butter. There's a document that explains exactly how to do so, and I'm sure somebody can link it in chat. My hands are a little full here being chased again. Are these people going to want a piece of me? Of course they want a piece of me, for God's sake! Can we not just see how the thing's going? It's been 22 days and the guy's still in his pajamas.
Now, let's see how strong those walls are.
Let it rip!
That was just the first shot. The trebuchet has to be calibrated. That's perfectly normal. I'll have the range in no time.
We'll have the range in a cutscene because I'm about to be chased down and shanked by every guard here who's had 22 days to rest up.
Move! Move! Damn it, I have to get to Sir Divish! Sir! They're coming. There's no time.
Someone bring water. Breathe, man. You'll be all right. Who's coming?
There's an army on the way. And they're carrying the colors of Havel Medic of Valdek. And they're very close. Havel Medic? He's surely not coming to help us.
Not that bastard. I have a score to settle with him. Gentlemen, Toth's reinforcements are about to descend on us.
That swine.
How many men?
We don't know exactly, but there are many, and they will probably be here by dawn.
So soon? How is it that we knew nothing about this before?
The whole land is in chaos. It's a wonder we can find out anything at all.
If they attack from the rear...
We'd be finished, just as Toth has been planning.
The sneaky weasel.
He's been one step ahead of us the whole time.
Not this time, though.
What are you thinking?
Robard, how do you think the weather will be tomorrow?
Well, sir, if my joints don't deceive me, and they rarely do, it'll rain. It'll rain buckets.
Here. We'll make a stand here, I and Radzig's men. You will wait until they charge us, and then strike them from the rear. Here and here. If we succeed, we'll have it over and done with before they notice anything in town.
It might just work. But we'll have to leave someone in the encampments in case they do come out of Talbot.
A few men will be all I need.
Well, that depends on whether you can hold out. We don't even know how many there are.
We will hold out.
I'll give the orders to my men.
We will be ready.
Perhaps having Henry spend 20 days in jail did lead to unnecessary delay.
I wanted to go with the Scallots men.
I need more than that from you.
More, sir?
If we can't hold out at the quarry, we're finished. You, I, Hanish, and Radzik. And since Hanish is commanding the flank attack, Radzik is captive and I'm wounded, Captain Robard will be leading on the field.
Of course. Who better?
There's no question Robard's a good commander, but many of the men will be from Scallots. We need someone there who knows them and has their respect.
Sir?
I mean you, Henry.
But that is... Sir, do you really think I'm someone the men could look up to?
Henry, if it weren't for you, we wouldn't even be here today. And everyone knows that. Except you, it seems. In the battle, you and a group of Scallots men will be concealed in the woods over the road.
But sir, I think I should...
Quiet! Don't underestimate the task I'm setting you. You'll have to keep nervous men on a short rein and not attack too soon. And then conduct the attack on the rear so fiercely and quickly that the foe has no chance to react. If the line should start to break, we need someone with their head firmly on their shoulders to keep control of the men.
Very well, sir.
That's what I like to hear. When you're ready, go and join the Scallots men. They'll be mustering in the woods above the road to Rattay.
Get ready for the first 120% desertion rate in history.
Surrender! You'll have to answer for your law breaking.
What law breaking?
Surrender! Surrender!
Okay, where am I meant to be going here? Not really. Where am I meant to be going here? The battle's about to begin. I'd better have something to eat and sleep. God knows when I'll have another opportunity. So, eat and sleep. Ah, but I need to go over to the battleground when I'm ready. Ah! Where's my bloody horse? Blefnir, we gotta go! God knows when I'll get another chance. Oh, okay. Well, I'm pretty well rested and such. I'll just enjoy myself a marigold, and whilst I'm still in the back of my horse, make sure everything is ready to rock and roll. Alright. Let's go. Are you still killing me down here? Oh yeah, they don't like me. Hey, it's the Quartermaster! Good to see he's doing alright. Yeah, Divish knows that I strike from behind. Clever man. Clever beyond his years. And he is very old.
Yeah.
All that jingling really makes me feel like someone's on me, but no, it's just me.
Easy.
Right, might just be getting real here, but I wonder if these guys are going to turn on me as well. Am I still a wanted man in Skalitz? No, they love me in Skalitz, and these are Skalitz men.
Easy.
I can't do anything. I'm trying to move, but the game's having none of it.
Just a little longer.
Crikey, that's a lot of them.
Hope. Not yet.
They were expecting us. First troops to the bridge. Break through. Vanguard to the left. And the rest, come with me. We'll flank the bastards.
At them! Charge!
Have it! Oh, not with my bare bloody hands! Where the hell are my weapons? Game must have heard me saying I wanted to break down a wall with my bare bloody hands. That didn't mean a wall of men. Come on. Put those dents in, Henry. Man, these guys are good at their master strikes. Hey, one of the guys is here to rescue me as well. The same guy that was trying to arrest me. Can't let Hanish fall here. Not after everything he's done for us. But where is Hanish? Was that Hanish? I don't know, it's so hard to tell who's who. Ah, there's Hanish. Got your back, sir. There we go. Oh, he's an absolute unit, though. He could have saved himself.
Here's their leader.
What? That's my boy.
You should show a little more respect, Divish. You'll need it when you kneel before Istvan. Oh, now the pup shows his teeth.
Istvan, you say? Not Sir Istvan? Or Lord Toth? Just how intimate are the two of you?
I know him. He's Eric, Toth's captain and right-hand man.
Finally, some good news. Shackle him and guard him closely.
Those bastards want to destroy our trebuchet.
Okay, I was more than a little concerned that they would, Where's my horse at? That they would actually try to arrest me at this point. Ah, there you are. Come, my horse.
Yeah.
There's work to be done. Oh, crikey. Now's not the time. What's that all about?
Yeah.
Wait, what? Okay, I guess this is not a moment for riding the horse then. Such a great leader, even the horse wants to desert. Come on, best foot forward, Henry. Although I should take the downtime and enjoy fixing up my everything. Wonderful. No time to delay, chaps, but let me just iron out the kinks in my armor here. Are we quite sure I can't ride you? I mean, what if I just take you at a nice cant? Jeez, after everything we've been through. What's this all about? Well, if you want some, come get it. Huh, he took damage from blocking that. Well, they're all taking a butt ton of damage from me. That must be terrifying, though, last man standing and surrounded by mace masters. Hanish, can we have a word? No. Oh, I could tackle him! I could actually tackle the... Who else could I tackle? Robard? Wow! Is he going to turn on me? No. How about the big unit? Just toughening him up for the real battle. Oh. Trebuchet is still there at least. Easy does it now. Henry's getting a bit knackered. Reinforcements, if you please. Pong. I wonder if I could put these away and just... sneaky like. Okay, no. I was wondering if I could go for a stealth kill, but I think once you are known to be in combat, that's it for you. Well, not bad. Took out the reinforcements, protected the trebuchet. Protected the trebuchet. Oh, maybe not. Still some here. It's a very, very sad day to be you.
Well?
The damage isn't too serious.
So we can shoot.
Not just yet.
Sir, what are we waiting for?
You've heard his threats, Robard. Do you want him to kill Radzig and my wife? We have to consider all our options.
And it would be a shame to destroy the castle, too. But how do we get that rat out of there?
Sir, I might have a solution. What about exchanging hostages? He was the captain at Vranjik, and he brought Istvan's reinforcements here. He seems to be on very, intimate terms with Toth. He might be able to tell us something. And he might even be as valuable to his lord as Lady Stephanie and my father are to us.
You're your father's son, by God.
You're a godsend, lad. You're right. We'll interrogate this whore, son, and then decide what to do next. Come to my tent when you've rested.
Oh, I don't like my chances here. Maybe a nice conversation with you will keep the heat off of me.
The Lord be praised.
How do you like it here, Master Keezer?
It's quite satisfactory. Indeed, it's more than satisfactory. I have to commend Master Fayfar for his diligent supervision of the construction work. His extensive knowledge of mechanics is proving most useful. He has the makings of quite a competent siege master.
I don't think he's yearning to become one. His life's mission has been to manage the mines.
We'll see if he feels the same after he has a crack at firing our trebuchet. It's a sight to knock the wind out of any man, especially if he's standing too close.
They sell little trebuchet making kits, which I'd be quite interested in.
Make your peace with God.
Do your worst. I won't betray my lord.
Plot armor, you see.
God bless you.
How do you feel, Sir Divish? How's the shoulder?
I felt better, boy. I feel awful, truth be told, and my shoulder's paining me.
Let someone tend to the wound and you'll soon be better.
The flesh can be healed, perhaps, but the spirit... Henry, can you do something for me?
What is it you need, sir?
I need a priest as well as a physician. The closest was in Rovna, but I don't know what happened to him. And then there's the one from Ujits. What's his name?
Godwin. But why would you need a priest? The wound will heal, especially with the help of one of the monks.
It's not about me. I've got a lot of wounded here that won't see morning, and dead men, and I have to confess my sins.
How do you like Master Keezer, Sir Divish?
How do I like him? As if it's not enough to hurl giant boulders at my castle, he wants to throw kegs of gunpowder.
I understand, but he has to do something.
Those boulders could hit my wife, and if they don't get her, the gunpowder could burn her to death along with Sir Radzig.
Yeah, I know.
I'm sorry. I know how you feel. I feel much the same. When we're done, what state will my castle be in? What will I do if the worst happens? What? Enough of that. Better to spend my time in prayer than worry. Take care now.
He just goes on about how old and lonely he is all the time.
It is, Eric, isn't it? Looks like the boot's on the other foot this time, doesn't it?
Fuck you.
You need to change your tone. If you start being nice, you might just come out of this alive. So now I'll ask you a few questions, and you better think carefully about how you answer them.
I wonder if I can drink some potion and come back to this.
I won't waste any more time on you. You could have saved yourself, but apparently you value your master's skin more than your own.
I don't need to save myself. Istvan will save me. And he'll kill every last one of you.
Why should he save you? He'll sacrifice you, just like everyone in Vranyik and Pribyslavitz. You're nothing but a common bandit.
You don't know anything. He'll come for me, and anyone who lays a finger on me will pay dearly.
Now I'm curious. Why would he care that much about you? Could it be your lovers?
You'd never understand.
For a while there, I thought we'd get nothing out of him. But in the end, he spilled his guts.
I thought you were much too easy on him. But it seems your approach was the right one. Well done, lad.
I have not yet begun the interrogation.
That young fellow is no ordinary brigand. And he believes Toth cares about him. We'll just have to see if the bastard cares as much about him as Divish does about his wife and you about your father.
What? No, no! I wanted to actually... No, I gotta try that again. I actually wanted to... Screw this, take me back. Take me back. I just want to slurp down some bard potion before I began the interrogation. Right, enough of this, we're going back. I want to see what he has to say. Got all these spoilers that we're getting clips of here. Right, enough of that. Take me back to just before the interrogation. 5 minutes ago? Good enough for me. Means we don't get to listen to Divish going off about how old and lonely he is again, but too bad. Now, this time, mace out. Slurp down the old bard potion. That's my last one. Blood frenzy. Isn't there one of these that'll increase my strength ability for a bit? Energy reduced to 0, dispels, Bowman's Brew. Increases strength and invokes a blood frenzy. That might make him spill the beans, so let's drink that as well. Now, let's see what you have to say.
Or make your peace with God.
Do your worst.
Here to do my worst.
May the Lord watch over.
Well now, Eric. Fuck, you need...
Okay, much better. Let's squeeze him for everything he's got.
Who is this Toth?
He's an orphan, same as me. The Turks killed his parents, so he started killing Turks. Sigismund needed men like that, so Istvan ended up in his service.
How did you meet him?
What's that got to do with anything?
What is he after?
Are you really that clueless? To destroy Wenceslas's allies. You.
How many men does he have in the castle?
How should I know? There were nearly 70 of us at the beginning, but there's probably not even half left. But that's still more than there ever were in that castle. More than enough to defend it.
Who does he take his orders from?
Are you stupid? He works for Sigismund.
Listen to me. Toth has hostages in the castle, and we have you. So, how about an exchange?
Do you take him for a fool? Do you really think he'd give up the only thing he has that stops you from attacking? He'll never accept an exchange.
You better pray he will, for your own sake. Because once we attack, you'll be worthless to us. And what do you suppose will happen to a worthless bandit? I won't waste any more time on you. You could have saved yourself, but apparently you value your master's skin more than your own.
I don't need to save myself. Istvan will save me. And he'll kill every last one of you.
Why should he save you?
You don't know.
Now I'm curious. For a while there,
I thought you were much too easy on him. But it seems your approach was the right one. Well done, lad. Anyway, it's clear that young fellow is no ordinary brigand. And he believes Toth cares about him. We'll just have to see if the bastard cares as much about him as Divish does about his wife and you about your father.
Disappointing lack of brutal interrogation there,
Well,
but
Divish,
we'll have to make do.
I think the time has come to find out just how much Toth values our hostage. Do you want to parley with him yourself?
I think I'll leave that to you, Hamish.
So be it. I'll do my utmost. Bring the hostage below the battlements.
Sir Istvan!
What is it? Did our neighborly visit catch you unprepared?
A little, but we've settled in nicely. And this fellow is enjoying our company so much, we simply can't get rid of him. It seems we are in similar situations. Perhaps it's time to send our respective guests home.
Not a chance. Do you take me for a fucking fool? Be warned. If anything happens to Eric, I'll let every manjack here have his way with this bitch, and I'll dice Kobila into goulash meat.
Nobly spoken, your grace. But for all I know, you may have done that already.
Divish, I'm sorry.
Greetings, friends. Fear not, Lord Toth is treating us like royalty.
They're unharmed, as you can see. But don't try any tricks, or they won't be for long, Hanush.
It seems your lord doesn't place any great value in you, boy.
Go to hell. I'm sorry. It looks like it's not going to be that easy.
Well, at least we know they're alive. I didn't expect much of it anyway.
He won't harm them as long as we have this fellow.
Well, friends, what do you suggest?
I'd say we have no choice but to attack.
It's a great risk, Robard, with Stephanie and Radzig inside.
I know how you feel, sir, but Toth is no fool. They are his last safeguard. He will do nothing to harm them until he is sure of victory.
Would you be saying that if it were your wife inside?
Or your father? Well, let me point out that we have no choice anyway. We don't have enough supplies to keep men here for weeks, while gangs of brigands and Sigismund's army roam the countryside. Toth won't agree to an exchange, and even if he did, we'd have to let him go. With all his men, he'd be a thorn in our sides till Judgment Day.
Sir, a message has arrived.
Oh, what is it?
Margrave Jobst is approaching with his retinue and wants to speak with you.
Jobst, you say? All right.
What is he doing here?
Who's Jobst?
Jobst of Luxembourg is cousin to King Wenceslaus and Sigismund. He's the Margrave of Moravia.
Only a year ago, he was collaborating with Sigismund and the League of Lords. He betrayed King Wenceslas and his ally Prokop. Now, he's changed sides, appointed himself the leader of the rebellion against Sigismund, and wants to liberate Wenceslas.
Whichever way the wind blows.
Nevertheless, it seems the decision is made for us. We don't want Jobst camping with us in front of our own castle like a band of gypsies.
I'm afraid you're right, Hamish. All right. We'll let the men rest a while, and then attack. Come to me when everything is ready.
Stop!
Oh my god!
You're under arrest for breaking the law. Now I've got you, you shit. You'll be damn sorry for committing murder. It's jail for you, and I hope you rot there.
Just my luck. Look, I can't.
But that won't help you much.
Well, maybe Divish will keep me safe?
You'll get what for.
Where even is Divish? Captain Robard. Siege. Da. Talk around. Okay, I gotta talk to Robard. But won't Robard want to arrest me? Forget that. I need to talk to Divish. But where is Divish? I don't see him on the map here. Divish!
You call that?
See, our friend here yet again has plot armor. Wait, I thought I saw Divish on my wee mappy thing at the top.
Dead.
Bring it on.
Wait, no, this is Sir Divish, isn't it?
Here.
Hold on. I am being attacked by Divish, who I need to talk to. Oh no. And I can't fight back. No, that's Robard, Jake. Is it? Oh no, you're right. I got it mixed up again. Divish is the old guy. The other old guy. They're all old guys. So where is old Diddly Divish? Are we hungry? No, not at all. In fact, we're fully rested. And my stuff got dented up yet again, because everyone wants to pick on me for no good reason. At least I'm really cranking up that maintenance skill of mine. So where, oh where is he? Sir Divish is all the way over there, which could be a little bit of trouble for me to get to. I wonder if there's some tricks where you can, I don't know, launch or some other way clip your way into the castle. I doubt that would help much, but a man has to wonder. Going the right way around this. Yeah, Divish I think is key to both of the quest lines, whereas I only need him for one. And it was showing up the wrong one on the mini-mapper. Oh, Jingsy. This place looks grim. What are you doing all the way out here, Divvy?
At your service, sir.
I'm about to give the order to bombard Talmberg. And since it's mainly thanks to you that we still have a trebuchet, I think you should have the honor of the first shot.
I'd be delighted.
To smash my castle? I can't say I share your enthusiasm.
Sorry, sir. I didn't mean it like that.
There's nothing to it. The men will load the trebuchet. All you have to do is pull the lever.
Well, I suppose I could manage that.
Then we'll bombard Talmberg for several days. Sir Robard will explain what comes next. May the Lord watch over.
Sadly, old man has the plot armor as usual. What is he doing out here, though? It's making life extra difficult for me. If I fast travel over there, that's only going to make life even worse for me. Can't believe you can get knocked out whilst fast traveling. He's making life possible so you're not arrested mid-conversation. I think I'd be relatively safe talking to him with the guards going around, as long as I could get onto him, because Divish isn't somebody who would aggro on me. If I had to talk to Robard. Who's the other captain then? Right, there's Hanash, Divish, Sir Robard, and Bernard. That was it, Bernard. Alright, out of the way, peons. I'm here to fire the tree bucket.
Load the trebuchet.
Don't get on my case this time. Oh jeez, no. I want to fire the trebuchet. I think I have to talk to him to do it.
You call that combat? All right.
Ow.
Got you. What? Don't play the... It's jail.
Alright, can I overpower you?
Enough.
No, of course not.
Load the trebuchet.
I want to load the trebuchet.
What's the matter? Come on. Are you? Save your whining. Got you, Edler. What? Yeah. Try that. It's jail.
Alright, I guess we're firing the trebuchet in 10 days.
Put me in jail then.
You'll love it then.
Again, the only reason these people are after me is because I went and, as I was instructed, kidnapped the siege engineer and brought him over. For some reason, they don't like me following my orders. Alright, well that gives me an opportunity to go and refill on water. Okay, right on time. I keep 3 hefty glasses of water on rotation in the fridge, so I've always got something nice and cool to drink while streaming. So thankfully I don't need to be reminded to hydrate.
Don't move a finger.
Oh, come on!
Surrender.
I just can't get away with anything here.
You asked for it.
I asked for no such thing. Alright, you know what? I need to get out of here, and you need to be the one letting me out of here. I have had EU4 sieges go faster than this one. Ah, but perhaps my food... No, my food will have gone off during my stay. Ah, but not my dried stuff. Okay, so if I just drop all of that, I can eat some dried fruit to keep myself barely nourished. Oh, that's not nourished enough.
What's that? Did I tell you about my wife's lace making? Who's that?
Alright, where's my horse? I got places to be.
Yeah.
So much criminality. Why are we in Sasau? The game probably decided Sasau was the closest jail for me. It certainly wouldn't decide Talmberg. I'm sure it would if it could.
Yeah.
Right, so here we go. Stock up on food. Dare we sleep again? Yeah, we better sleep. Shouldn't need that much sleep, thankfully. Just enough to keep ourselves topped up. Didn't expect this to be nothing but prison the session, but there we go. Everyone's been standing around the trebuchet for 2 weeks, wondering where the hell is that boy? This is what actually happens on low siege rolls. Yeah, a lot of stuff we're grateful for it being abstracted. You know, when I was asked earlier about the game that I'd play forever, Factorio was a temptation, but then I thought, I haven't really had much of an itch to play Factorio for a long time. I have a bit of it now, but I really want there to be some new DLC. They've announced it, I'm just waiting for it to be done. Okay, I suspect I'm going to be grabbed during this, but let's try and leg our way over to Talmberg. Oh, by going back this way. Event, Sir Henry arrives at camp, -1 stability. I am the nobility, though. They need to step aside. On your way, you see an armoured man who's clearly waiting for something. It's not likely a bandit. Who knows? Could easily be a trap. Well, the trebuchet has waited for several weeks now. What's another delay? Now, I've still got my been in jail malice, so my stats are down, but even so, I'm a very strong person. Hello, friend.
May I have your attention for a moment?
What is it?
I'd like to challenge you to a duel, sir. A little amicable combat.
Why would I want to fight you?
Ad honorem, friend. For honor. For the thrill of combat.
Well, if that's how you look at it.
So, shall we cross swords?
That sounds interesting. But what shall we fight for?
Ah, so chivalry alone is not enough to tempt you.
No, sir. I'm drawn to more, glittering bait.
I see. Well, why not? Let us make it more interesting, then. I'll tell you what. I have a fine suit of armor, a horse and a sword I won at dice. The horse and sword I can use, but the armor doesn't fit me well. I'll bet a piece of armor against a reasonable sum of groschen.
250, eh? Oh, that sounds great.
All right, why not?
I'm glad to hear it. Let's get to it then.
Whoa, whoa, whoa! He's taken me straight away. Right.
Fuck this.
Why do I? Oh God! Oh God! Get your weapon out, Henry. Right. Now, from the top. He seems pretty good at what he does. Right, give him a wee poke, another poke, a clunk to the head, another clunk, another one. Ow, ow. Now, I've got a bit of a combo. Unfortunately, Master Strikes completely invalidate combos. Yeah, again, if I ever play this game, and in fact, if you are thinking of playing the game, I would strongly recommend grabbing the mod that removes Master Strikes. Because it invalidates so much of the game. Well, the combat at least. Because it's just the answer to everything. Master strikes are when you hit to block the moment they attack. And that means that you will... He did it right there. That means that you evade the attack completely and you counterattack. I did one just earlier. I'll see if I can do another one to show it. So I'm waiting for him. And the moment he doesn't attack, I'm going to press Q to block. If he ever decides to attack. Come on, Sir Knight. There we go. And there we go. I dodged and I hit him.
The reward you've earned.
A Milanese dyed brigandine. In good condition? In full condition. That is an excellent prize. In fact, it's considerably better than what I have on right now. Impressive. Now, Wayfaring Knight, I believe we're not finished in our little duel. So, come on. You've got more for me, I'm sure.
You're dead.
And he's still injured from our previous fight. That's another Master Strike right there. And he's cracked. I'm not going to kill him, though. I've knocked him out. Killing wouldn't be right. Yeah, I figured he had some good stuff on him. Although I still figured it would be... Oh, there we go. Dried meat. Funnily enough, I seem to need food where I'm going these days. Take your pretzel, your bacon. It's a really nice helmet. Well, nice looking one. Take the groschen. Silver spurs are... Nah, I'll leave you be. I'll leave him be. Although my nourishment is still a bit down, so let's just eat the stolen goods. Nobody has to know. Strip him naked and hide his stuff in a ditch. No, it was for honor, right?
Who's there?
Oh! Oh wow, he got back up in a hurry. That skull cracker doesn't last as long as I thought. There's an armed man who's clearly waiting for something. I wonder if he'll talk to me again. You got another piece of armor for me, chap? All in good fun, right? We both came out of it alive and we both had a good time. I'd call that a big win. If only I could have said me friend to him. He would have understood. This game's a whole lot of fun. And whilst it's had its fair share of bugs to throw at me during this playthrough, I wouldn't exactly call it an overabundance of them. But again, I'm under the impression that there were far more issues at launch. Now, for the love of God, old man, don't try and throw me in the slammer again. Whew.
How are you?
There was precious little in it, and we could have lost everything.
That's how it goes in war. But God stood by us. And in the end, they're nothing but a bunch of filthy cutthroats. They're sneak thieves and assassins. But does that make them real soldiers?
Well, they're apt to wait till a man nips off into the bushes to relieve himself, lifts up his chainmail tunic and stab him in the back. Personally, I'd rather face a proper soldier.
Because you know just who you're up against. That's probably why Toth is giving us such a hard time. Take care.
This isn't firing the catapult. Oh man, well, I could have sworn I was looking at this thing. I didn't see a use prompt. Man, another couple weeks in prison for nothing. Hey! Oh, but I would have had to talk to Sir Robard anyway. Mighty.
Divish said...
Sir Divish.
Sir Divish said you tell me what happens next.
Aye. We're going to watch Istvan shitting himself.
That's all?
For a few days, at least. So if you have anything to attend to, now's the time. Just don't forget to come back. Sure. Farewell.
Right, well, I mean, I've got jail to attend to, that's a given. Wait until the 2-day bombard is finished, conveniently just enough time to wait out my prison debuff. So, let's sleep lots, save lots, and eat lots. If you have any other prison sentences to attend, now's the time. I guess I want to strive for the realism of Siege here, but this whole chapter in the story has felt really unlike the rest of the game. I think it's all the set pieces. It's a bit of a turn-off. There's a lot of... Uh-oh, I was hoping to sleep for a bit longer. Still got my debuffs here. Ah, we'll live with it. A lot of organic stuff going on in the game previous. Now there's... Oh my goodness! This is getting a little bit more Dominion's vibe already.
I'm here.
Can't you see we're still bombarding? You came too soon. Sure. Farewell.
Oh well, okay. I'll get back to the waiting unless Divish has something better to say.
God bless you.
We made it in the nick of time.
We failed. That serpent from Valdic gave us the slip. I should have known he'd have his fingers in it all. If only I could catch him.
Would you kill him?
Maybe. But before that, I'd throw him in the dungeon for a few years. See how much he enjoys it. Still, the best I'll be able to do is lodge a complaint against him when the king returns, and just thinking about it gets my goat. And my arms killing me. Damn it! May the Lord watch over me.
Alright, well, guess it's time for more waiting. Somebody was saying that the German voice actor for Sir Divish was a whole lot better, because it actually sounds like some kindly old man. I just don't know whether we're thinking with the casting for that. It's definitely a weak point in some otherwise fairly good voice acting. Well, I gotta say that flying soldier did make me think of my Calum armies there. Damn, and blast it all. I had this great idea for having my troops just launch onto the back line, and I gave them shock resist so that they'd be able to manage through the thunder strikes, but no. Unfortunately, they were not storm resistant, so the storms that well, the, what was it called? Perpetual storm or something like that actually stopped that plan dead. And then I had some unblessed units that could do that instead. I could still fluff them up, though. Gotta say, Army of Lead goes a long way. I don't want to overdo the joke, McCree, of just running games with German voices. Because it's not so much of a joke, is it? Certainly driven into the ground by now. Right, what's that about ingredients? A dandelion? Count me in. I'm not sure about that. Not sure if we can get just the German VAs. Come on, Robard, are we ready?
I'm here.
Can't you see we're still...
Oh my
Sure.
days.
Farewell.
Guess I'll take another kip then. Actually, I'd be better waiting for the day and then sleeping through the night. Not referring to that, Jake. I just happen to be German. Yes. Quite a few people here just happen to be German, don't they? The Germans, the Dutch, and the Brazilians. We have them in suspiciously high quantities in this channel. And I am not German, I'm not Dutch, I'm certainly not Brazilian, and I've not spent any time in the Netherlands or the Netherlands. I've spent a little bit of time in Germany. Just no escaping it. Better than being Swede, many things are. Oh, I can't say we have a lot of Cubans around here, guns versus butter. And Americans make up, what, about 30% of the people? Right. Are we done now? Can we go, sir?
Since Sir Divish's colours still aren't flying over Talmberg, I suppose we'll be attacking.
Just so. That Istvand's a stubborn bastard.
Alright, when do we start?
There's no reason to wait. Are you really ready? If you need to rest or anything, we can still wait. You won't have another chance until we've won the day. Or until your final rest.
I'm ready.
Glad to hear it. We're going to attack on two fronts. The North Gate and the West Wall, which will scale with ladders. The attack will be split into different stages. Taking the outer walls, the inner bailey, and finally the core of the castle and the tower.
I think I've heard everything I need to know.
Do you want to join the attack on the walls or on the gate? Remember, many of the Skalitz men will follow you. It could make a big difference.
I'll help with the attack on the walls.
Aww.
I'm proud of you, Henry. You've changed from an insolent pup into a tough, reliable fighter. And as God is my witness, we will kick those whore sons' arses.
A village lad and an old soldier? This man must be shaking in his boots.
If he's not shaking, then he doesn't know what he's got coming. Just one last thing, though. No matter how good the plan is, something always gets fucked up. Keep your eyes open and take advantage of every chance. Help your comrades, and don't go rushing in where you're outnumbered. We have to take the castle gradually, one position after another.
I'll remember that.
Good luck to you, stripling.
Good luck to you, old soldier.
May the Lord watch over you.
Not really sure the arrow wound healed that fast, X-Parker. He's had weeks whilst I've been in prison. Multi-prisons. Right. This game does the weirdest thing with your weapons. And look, I don't even have it out now. There we go. Get those ladders up. To the walls. Not really the best way to put them up. Well, it doesn't matter. Step aside, lads. I've got this one. Fool doesn't have cheap spearmen on the walls to kick down the ladders. Oh yeah, we spent plenty of time in the slammer today. Oh, well, maybe he did. He's just being a right fool of it. Get out of my way. Wow, not bad. But I'm better. Oh, but I'm also out of stamina. And... thong. Alright, we got the blood rush. We got the blood surge going. One of the best blood perks, in my opinion. Get down. Oh, nice. The shield blocked the arrow. Very cool. Oh yeah, you're gone, laddie. You're far gone. Don't mind me, folks. There's bound to be an enemy encampment inside here. I'll help take it out. Oh, I think the enemies might be in here. Get down. Ah, where could that lady be? Hate to be involved in that exciting battle, but I'm looking for the lassie. I bet the game wouldn't be foolish enough to spawn them at this point, though. Maybe the lady's inside the chest. No, come on. A thrilling conclusion like that. She'll be up here. Oh, wow. What happened there? How did I get a new level in everything just by being here? Maybe it's some kind of secret that the game has for you. Get to that point during the big fight and get all the bonuses you could ever want. Well, good job, everyone. I got heads to crack, don't you see? Oh, they blocked this off entirely. I wonder if I'm even meant to be here at this stage. Come on, clang, clang, clang. Take him down. I know I don't need to help my own lads, right? Scallops boys know how to fight. Can I just jump away? I'll admit the temptation is great. Where are my lads at? I know I abandoned them halfway through, but... ah, well, here we go. Still fighting the good fight, I see. And that's the end of you. God, this is brutal. I don't know why you would fight with anything other than the mace. Maybe the axe, but the level of bullying when you're hitting them with the mace just feels so good. Oh, Captain Bernard's with me. I didn't notice that.
Sir, we should give the order.
Let's see if Istvan Toth can worm his way out of this one.
Don't tempt fate, Hanush.
Istvan! It's over! You want us to come and get you?
I wouldn't advise that. Your friend Divish wants to see his wife alive again.
And Sir Radzig? Are both hostages unharmed?
For now, Hanush, unless circumstances change.
Well, I'm glad to hear it. My guest is also safe and sound, but he's also quite keen to go home. I imagine you feel the same way. It's been a long time since you warmed yourself at your own hearth.
I'm in no hurry. I've plenty of supplies here, grand view and excellent company. What more could I want?
Your freedom!
Freedom? Freedom to get an arrow in the back?
Sir, we're all noblemen here, all bound by honor. I give you my word as a knight and lord, and that of my companions. If you release Lady Stephanie and Sir Radzig, you may leave the castle with your men and go on your way unharmed.
And just how far will we get? What good will it do me if your men attack us in the woods instead of here?
If you give me your word of honor that you will leave and never return, I promise you safe passage to the boundary of this fiefdom. What happens after that is up to you and the will of God Almighty.
Very well then, but I want a small safeguard. I'll give you her ladyship, but Radzig comes with me. I'll release him in Skalitz.
Out of the question! Is our word not good enough for you?
Is mine not good enough for you? I swear I'll release him when I get to a safe distance.
I'll go with him, Hanush. Let the Lady Stephanie have her freedom now.
Father!
Don't worry, son. I trust Lord Toth's self-interest more than his word. He wouldn't be fool enough to harm me.
If you're certain, Radzig.
Prepare horses and supplies, and tell your men to pull back. We'll come down.
You heard him. Get to work. And any man who breaks this truce answers to me.
So, are you really going to let them go?
My word is my bond, Henry.
He's a cutthroat and a liar. Good men are dead because of him. What's to stop us from skewering him as soon as he sets foot outside?
Our honor!
If you let him go, he'll do the same again. Or worse.
God's justice will find him. And then, he'll get a taste of my mace.
If we break our word of honor, we have none. And without honor, we are nothing. Never fear. Your father will be all right.
We'll hunt down those vermin yet.
Bring the horses.
Here she is, as I promised. Not a hair on her head harmed.
Divish,
Stephanie.
forgive me, husband. I'm sorry
For what?
for letting them into the castle.
Come now, my dear. You're not to blame.
I didn't know who he was. He said he was your friend.
Never mind. Did he hurt you?
No.
I hope your word can be trusted.
Certainly more than yours.
If everything goes as agreed, I'll set Radzig free in Skalitz. If anyone tries to follow us, I'll kill him.
We won't.
My apologies for keeping you from your father, but you'll see each other soon enough. Oh, I almost forgot. Your sword. I expect you'll want it back after all the trouble you went to. Actually, you know what? I think I'll keep it. As a memento.
This isn't over. I'll find you.
I look forward to it. Yeah!
Quick! To the battlements! We have to see which way they go! Oh, they really are heading for Skalitz. Mount up, Henry.
You've heard what he'll do if we follow them.
We're not going to follow them. We just have to collect your father. Or do you want him to walk back here when they release him?
Yeah.
This is quite a turnaround.
What do you...
Oh, all right. If we must keep with him in order to hear his banter. I've missed Hans's banter. Let's have it.
What will you do now?
Not long ago, I only made plans 3 days ahead at most. Maybe I really could do something for Rattay and its people. Something really big. But there'll be plenty of time for that later.
Yeah.
The way you found Tom.
Yeah.
Sneaking into Brannick all on your own. Well, what I mean is, hats off to you, Hal. You wouldn't catch me doing that.
Truth is, I didn't think much about it. I just felt I had to do it.
What do you think? Will Toth keep his word?
He's a noble, right?
Yes. So am I.
So Radzig will be there. What should I say to him?
Don't worry. It'll come to you. You'll see.
Well, I just hope he'll be there. Alive.
Come on, Hans, make with the banter. You were much more fun on the hunting trip.
There's no sign of them. Move on. Ishban kept his word, sir.
Not half as glad as I am, Your Grace.
Well, we kept our word too. And now Toth has had his head start and he's fair game. Which way do they go?
To the north, but I would be careful, Sir Hans.
Fear not, Your Grace. I have twice as many men as he. Well, I won't keep you any longer. I'm sure the two of you have a lot to say to each other. Let's go!
All right, Father.
I am. They treated me quite decently. Although they did steal my horse, so I'll have to go back on foot.
It looks like it's all over.
Not by a long shot. It won't be over until we get this mess cleared up.
And catch that bastard. How could we let him go?
Would you rather we killed him? Even if it meant Lady Stephanie and I died too?
No, of course not. But what was to stop us from killing him after the exchange?
Honor?
Honor?
If the word of honor of a nobleman could not be trusted, then he would never have agreed to the exchange.
And where's the honor in abandoning your son?
You know how it is. We were young. It happened. And I couldn't marry a commoner. Then your father, Martin, came along and took care of both of you.
He knew it.
What? That I was your father? Certainly. He was a great man. He took you as his own. And always kept an eye on you. Of that you can be sure.
I know so little about his past.
He told you nothing. Oddly enough, even though you don't have his blood, you're very like him. When he was around your age, he became bored of his trade and set out to see the world. He lived through many adventures, even fought in a war.
In a war?
Yes, in Poland, I believe. And I don't think he cared much for it.
That's why he wanted me to stay at home.
He spent some time in Prague, then settled in Kuttenberg. But it seems he quarreled with someone there and finally ended up here. You know the rest.
I loved him, but even so, I somehow always had a feeling I didn't quite fit in.
It was in your blood, I suppose.
I lost the one thing I had left from him. Your sword.
Ah, the sword. It's not my sword. It's yours. For a moment there, it was so near, yet so far. Oh, well, it can't be helped.
It was almost within my grasp, but just then I had something else on my mind.
Well, I think we may yet have a chance to get it back. This business with Toth is not yet over, unfortunately.
That's a chance I'd welcome. Not just to get the sword, but that bastard Istvan too. And then I'll find that German whoreson who torched Skalitz, and I'll slay him with it. I'll never forget his face. Or his name. Marquardt von Aulitz.
Those are noble intentions, son. But don't forget there are other things in this world that are worth living for.
Like what?
Look around you. Blue skies overhead, green grass underfoot, beautiful girls. Good wine, a few good friends, and a fine steed under your backside. Those are things worth living for. Though I can't deny that swine who killed your mother must pay for what he did. But it's better not to dwell too much on that at the cost of those other things. On the subject of steeds, I think we'll have to ride like the Knights Templar.
How's that?
2 up. One day I'll tell you how they got their seal. You can take the front. It's like I always imagined it would be, teaching my boy to ride. Although it would be better if you were a little smaller. My word, it's all go today, isn't it? I wonder who this is.
I think I know. It's Margrave Jobst.
The king's cousin? I wonder what he wants. I guess we'll find out soon enough.
Well, there we go. What a good game, and what a pretty god-awful ending, actually. Well, it wasn't god-awful, but it kind of tainted the experience a bit, in my view. At the last moment, you get all the choice stripped away from you, and it feels like massive sequel bait. So now I understand why people were keen to see the sequel so much. Yeah, maybe they just ran out of money at this point. But to be fair, with like a handful of Eastern European beans and some cotton and lint, they managed to put this together. It was crowd-funded, or so I'm told, and yet they put together something this great. Hugely impressed. Great game, and it draws to an end here, so... Well, it means we'll actually get some Ama Yui this evening. I'll let the credits play out whilst I go and, I don't even know what I'm going to do, but let's let those credits play out. Oh, Serion's saying that we're not done. Oh. Well then. Can we get through the credits? Alright, on with it then.
You're doing well, son. Father. Come now. You know who sired you. That doesn't matter now. I miss you, Amar. I miss you very much. You'll be fine. We're proud of you. For what? I let you down. I lost the sword. I let that bastard get away.
Don't be so hard on yourself. There was nothing you could have done to save us. And someone has to live and carry the torch. As for the sword, it's just a thing.
You didn't want me fighting. Now look at me.
Standing up to evil isn't the same as sowing its seeds. You did what was right. I have to leave you now.
Oh, please.
You know I can't stay.
Will I ever see you again?
God knows. Make her proud.
Don't go. Oh, don't go. No.
What on earth were you dreaming about? I couldn't wake you, and it's well past dawn. Sir Radzig wants you at the upper castle. The lords are in council with Jobst.
Right. I'll go straight away. What is it?
It's just... I don't know how to address you anymore. All of a sudden you're Sir Radzig's son, hobnobbing with lords and ladies. And here's me, as common as muck.
Oh, give over, you idiot. Do I look like a lord to you?
Not really. You're as much a lord as I am a nun. And I've never looked good in a habit.
Get out of here! Or I'll have you clapped in the stocks.
The people wondering who that was, he was one of the guards at Scouts at the very start of the game. I believe we talked to him when getting all the pieces together for Sir Radzig's sword. Okay. Oh, right. There's an epilogue to go through. I thought the game would be over there since it rolled the credits, but no. Let's go and see what's happening there then. Perhaps we won't get Amma Yui yet. And I see Crazy in chat asking about State of Decay. State of Decay 2 will continue on Saturday. And assuming today is Friday, that means we'll be having a day of it tomorrow. I stream a lot more than just State of Decay, although sometimes it does feel like State of Decay is all I really want to chew on. Mysterious. Is it still Friday? I'm supposing it's Friday, but I've gotten really bad at telling which day it is these days. It's because I take Mondays and Tuesdays off. Well, usually. Oh, it's nice to not be a wanted man here.
Ah, Hal. Are you going to the meeting with Margrave Jobst as well?
I am. What about Istvan? I assume...
That we didn't catch him? No. Because if we had, you'd be the first one to know. Have no fear. We'll get him eventually.
I hope you're right. Anyway, let's go and see what Jobst wants from us.
My lords, Christ's blessings on you all.
And on you, Lord Capon.
And this is my son, Henry.
I didn't know you had a son, Sir Radzig.
It came as a bit of a surprise to young Henry, too.
This gentleman here is John II of Liechtenstein, a member of my council.
I'm honored, gentlemen.
Come join us. Margrave Jobst was just about to tell us the reason for his visit. Your Grace?
I'm sure we're all agreed, Your Graces, that all this unrest must come to an end. This kingdom needs a king.
Question is, which king?
My cousin, Wenceslas IV, who is being held in captivity.
I have to confess, my lord, that your answer surprises me a little. If I'm correctly informed, until recently you sided with your other cousin, Sigismund.
That I cannot deny, and I have always stated my position plainly. But times have changed.
How have they changed, Your Grace?
Sir, there is one thing on which we undoubtedly concur. That King Wenceslas, unfortunately, did not inherit his father's gift for governing. Sadly, his failures have cost Bohemia, the nobles, and our whole Luxembourg family a great deal of money and effort.
How did the king let it go so far, damn it?
It's in his temperament. He cares only for wine, women, and the hunt. A king, in fact, who never wanted to be king.
Then why didn't he just let his brother have the crown?
Young sir, the crown weighs heavy when there are duties to be performed, but to surrender it means giving up great privileges too.
But he did surrender power to his brother. When things started getting out of hand, Wenceslas appealed to Sigismund for help in restoring order.
What, you're saying Wenceslas invited him here?
This is starting to make my head spin.
Actually, it makes sense when you think about it. Sigismund wanted to re-establish the power of the whole House of Luxembourg. He thought if he helped Wenceslas win the imperial crown, in return his brother would help him become the king of the Romans, and leave the actual reign of Bohemia and the empire to him. Sigismund would govern, while Wenceslas could carry on doing what he was best at, enjoying the life of the imperial court.
Why wasn't Wenceslas crowned Holy Roman Emperor long ago? He was already elected king of the Romans. All he had to do was go and let the Pope put the damn imperial crown on his head.
Who knows? Maybe he'd prefer hunting and consorting with bathhouse wenches to spending time with the Pope.
Well, so would I must admit.
Sigismund's plan seemed sound enough, but it didn't quite work out, did it?
It worked for a while. He and his brother reached an agreement. Sigismund took over administration of the kingdom and began planning Wenceslas's journey to Rome for the imperial coronation. But then Wenceslas realized he would just be a puppet with a crown.
I must say, Margrave Jobst, Wenceslas and Prokop behave rather like naughty children in need of a good clout about the ears.
Sigismund would agree. He was already planning his rule of Bohemia, and all of a sudden, the rug was pulled from under him. I'd say he lost his patience and decided he'd drag Wenceslas to the coronation kicking and screaming if he had to. Just like a naughty child, as you say.
So he abducted him and your brother Prokop too, if I heard correctly.
Correct.
And you helped him do it, if I heard correctly.
Yes, your graces, it's true. I was there when Sigismund abducted Prokop. I thought everything could somehow be settled, that we could make my brother see sense. But Sigismund just wanted to put an end to the dispute once and for all, whatever the cost. There was nothing I could do to stop him. And that's one of the reasons why I'm here. The worst of it is that it was all for nothing. Instead of putting a stop to the revolt, it escalated it, and the result is this chaos we have today.
That's true enough, sir. But I must admit now, I'm not sure what your position is. The king is incompetent, but we must protect him?
The simple truth, gentlemen, is that for all of Wenceslas's faults, we have no one else.
So we'll have to make do with his idleness.
People like him, though.
But what can we do now? Sigismund has the League of Lords behind him. Otto von Bergholf, Heinrich von Rosenberg.
The situation has gotten completely out of control. Now even the nobles of the League of Lords are realizing that Sigismund wasn't the right choice.
So now Bergholf is on your side. Are we to assemble an army together with him and face Sigismund on the field of battle?
We're not in Hungary now. Such affairs may be settled elegantly, without unnecessary hostilities or expenses. I have negotiated an alliance with the Hungarian bishops, the Polish, and of course the Czech nobility, against Sigismund. Every day he is losing the ground under his feet, and that's why I need your help too.
What kind of help, though? Sigismund has a massive army, and Rosenberg, Berghof, and Prague are behind him. Do you have an army you could face him with?
But that's not what I mean at all. There's been a revolt against Sigismund in Hungary, partly due to my efforts, and now he'll have to choose whether he wants to gain the Bohemian crown, which is a very risky enterprise, or hold on to the Hungarian one. He can't have both. And there's a tough struggle awaiting him in Hungary. I'm not sure he'll win, and Rosenberg and Berghof know it too. They're not stupid. If the Bohemian nobility stands together, they will turn.
We are men of little consequence, Margrave. Radzig here lost everything because of his alliance with Wenceslas. Sir Divish came within a hair of the same fate. Even Rattay is defenseless against Sigismund and the League of Lords.
What's more, your grace, King Wenceslas languishes in captivity in Vienna. He can't rule too well from there.
And what do you propose? To sit with your arms folded till the Bohemian lands are turned to ashes like Skalitz? We have to put a stop to this senseless war!
And do you know, sir, what the true position of the League of Lords is?
I'm not on the best of terms with them at this moment, so you'll have to ask them yourselves.
Yes. Why not? I'll go and visit Berghof at his castle and we'll see what he tells me.
You know, that's not such a bad idea, young sir.
True. Though a little risky.
I doubt Berghof would harm a blue-blooded envoy. And you can find out what he has to say about developments and what the League of Lords is planning. Then we'll decide what to do next.
I'll help you compose a letter to him.
I'd like Henry to come with me.
Why not? He's proven himself an able investigator, and he'll also be a good bodyguard if anything should happen.
And I'll send Sir John here to Gutenberg to be my eyes and ears there. I believe both your reports will help us get a better grip on the situation.
When can you set out?
Just as soon as I've packed my things.
Excellent. Margrave Jobst and I will draft a letter. Get ready, and we'll meet back here.
I expect it would be best to write it in your name as Lord of Lipa.
Quite so, Margrave.
What exactly am I to write?
Oh, what isn't really the issue. The question is how. We need to learn where they stand on liberating the king and ousting Sigismund. If they'll make trouble or join our side, but...
But we have to ask in a way that won't leave Sir Capon being run out of the castle with a whip.
Exactly.
How about writing that you're concerned about current events and that you want to see things settled peaceably, and then ask the opinion of the League of Lords?
Very well said, sir. And what they want to do about freeing King Wenceslas.
Whether they think liberating King Wenceslas IV might contribute to resolving the dispute?
And what they plan to do about the god-awful mess in this country.
What steps they envisage taking to end the pillaging of Bohemia by foreign armies?
I couldn't have put it better myself.
Well, I'd also venture to suggest one more. What is their stance on that is, the initiatives of Margrave Jobst of Moravia and a large part of the Bohemian nobility? Whether they plan to take action against them or support their efforts?
You read my thoughts, sir.
There we go. Wouldn't want to interrupt the good Sir Hanush.
So, it looks like you're off on a mission.
Yes, I can't wait.
I don't want to dampen your spirits, my boy, but watch out. These are evil times, and who knows what can happen along the way. Not to mention that Bergov is no saint.
Don't worry.
I know. You've shown you can fend for yourself, but do take care. You'll be traveling as Lord Capon's bodyguard. You'll be there to make sure nothing untoward happens to him. Keep your eyes peeled and your ears wide open. What Bergov tells you is one thing, but what you see may be quite another.
Rest assured, Father.
And don't get embroiled in anything else. Just hand over the letter, hear out his reply, and return.
Yes.
Very well. Bergov is at Trotsky Castle. I think you'll find it quite an eye-opener. It's one of the finest castles in the land. It's 3 days' ride from here, so unless you hit a snag along the way, you'll be back soon enough. Any questions?
That's about all.
Very well. Take the letter from Sir Hanush. And good luck, son.
I believe we have written it well, gentlemen.
Without a doubt. No one could deduce from this whether we are Sigismund's allies or foes.
I must travel back to Brno now, but soon I will go to Brandenburg and I will stop here on the way back. By then, Sir Capon should be back and we can discuss how to proceed.
Right. Before you leave, my lord, there is one thing that gives me no rest. Why did Sigismund come as a foe? It makes no sense.
If I may, sir, I think I can explain.
Oh, please enlighten us, young sir.
I live not far from Hungary, where Sigismund reigns. It is a savage country, and the constant war with the Turks has hardened the people. They need a monarch with an iron hand. So when Sigismund felt the wind of revolt, he reacted as he would at home. Only what works on the Hungarian nobles does not work here in Bohemia.
Bringing order is one thing, but slaughtering and pillaging with a horde of barbarians quite another. What purpose does that serve?
But Sigismund did give the Bohemian nobles a chance to take his side. It was only when they refused his ultimatum that he lost patience and took to the sword.
As for the barbarians, he could afford nothing better. The Hungarian nobility would gain nothing from joining his campaign in Bohemia. He didn't have enough coin for a regular army, and so he recruited the Cumans. What he does not pay them, they make up for in plunder.
But in the end, he didn't have enough to even satisfy the Cumans. That's why he raided Gutenberg and Skalitz. He wanted the silver.
That makes sense.
My lords, how's the letter coming along?
It's done.
Then we can be on our way.
Now remember what we said, boy. All you have to do is deliver the letter, listen to the answer, and come back here. Don't provoke Berghoff in any way.
Provoke? Me? Never, Uncle. We'll be back in a few days. Farewell, your graces. Come, Henry, my men are waiting.
I wish you Godspeed.
Ah, congratulations, we've completed the main storyline. If you like, you can still embark on side quests, end the game anytime by riding off with... Well, yeah, absolutely. I'm satisfied with the main quest and all. If we were doing all the side missions and sidey quests, even though I've butchered a lot of people who would offer us some of them, we'd be here, well, probably longer than Amayui. Amayui that we're now finally halfway through. Well now, Hans, time to get moving.
Ow! Watch where you're going, you lout! You nearly killed me!
Still with the exaggerations, I see.
Yeah.
When you said ride off, are we actually going to get to that? Oh yeah, he's getting on his own horse. I think.
So, can we set off now, Henry?
Of course. I can't wait.
So, to horse! The Lord of Berghoff is bound to be waiting us eagerly.
How quaint, though. When we set out of here with Capon before, we were just running beside him, a commoner, and now we ride together as equals. Both sons of people about to be in charge, but I'm his bodyguard. Well, the more things change, the more they stay the same. Come on, Capon, where's that banter at? Don't tell me the budget's run out.
So, how is life as a high-born bastard?
I'm getting used to it.
What about Rodzig? Has he accounted for not owning up to you the whole time?
He explained it. All will be well, I think.
Glad to hear it. It's far more acceptable for a nobleman to befriend a noble bastard than a blacksmith's son.
Mind you, don't come to blows with a blacksmith, my young lord. What do you think about Sir Jobst and his plan?
Well, I admit all the scheming has me a little lost. I thought Sigismund was the devil, Wenceslas a martyr, those on his side the heroes, and those against him the villains. I believed we'd rescue the king and all would be well again, but now it looks a lot more complicated.
Exactly. I didn't expect the noble lords to be as noble as the angels, but I hadn't expected such a sewer. They behave like children.
I can't fathom how after all this backstabbing they're somehow still on speaking terms.
I don't know either. Beggar's belief. Did you know that King Wenceslas is such a
feckless drunkard? Not really. And to be honest, I'm not sure I wanted to know. I slept better believing my fate was watched over by a wise and powerful monarch.
So did I.
What a dismal world when you can't keep trusting your own king.
On the other hand, times were better with him here than with him gone.
Isn't that the truth?
What do you think of Sigismund?
If I were him, I'd have had enough of my brother even sooner.
But he's a monster. Look at what those hordes of his are getting up to here. What he did in Skalitz.
True enough. On the other hand, if Wenceslas and Prokop hadn't double-crossed him, none of this would have happened.
No one forced him to burn Skalitz.
That's a fact. But he couldn't let them shit all over him either. Not that I'm defending him, mind.
He's a weasel.
No doubt about that.
Do you know anything about Prokop?
Ha! Sir Hanush could tell you a thing or two about him.
Why?
Last winter, a certain Sir Jan Sokol of Lamberg, a well-known knight, or robber baron to some, tried to occupy the city of Iglau, which was on the orders of none other than Prokop.
And what has that got to do with Hanush?
Well, he was there with him. Of course, that's not something to brag about in front of Yobs.
And what was it all about?
They wanted to occupy a city that was on the side of the League of Lords, but despite there being several hundred strong, they didn't take it. For one thing, they couldn't get past the Iglau women, with their pitchforks and cauldrons of hot water.
I would never have thought of Sir Hanush as such a rebel. And have you heard anything about Rupert of the Palatinate?
A little. He can't manage even to wrest power from a king who doesn't much care for ruling and isn't fighting back. That doesn't seem like a man who has what it takes to rule. And that's all I need to know.
And that Berghoff we're going to see, do you know anything about him?
I haven't heard much good about him, but I have a feeling that some other nobles are quite in awe of him. And his castle is apparently quite impressive. I'll be interested to see for myself.
And what about the League of Lords?
Wealthy, pompous. The king doesn't seem to like them much. He's chosen to let the lesser ranks of the nobility into his circle, men like your father. I admit I don't blame him one bit. But the lords weren't happy about their lost influence, so they put their foot down. If I were Wenceslas, I'd have let them hang after they abducted me the first time. But he gave them seats at the provincial council? Little wonder they're back at their old tricks.
Yeah, I'm thinking as well, Pepper. 3-day ride in what terms? Go on, Capon, you're all I've got for company here. Out with the witty lines. Ends at the border of the map. Oh, how terrifying is that? Not terrifying at all, it seems. We're not that far. Actually, maybe I can just ride off. He's not gonna try and keep up.
I can't leave the domain without Sir Radzig's permission.
Pretty sure we have explicit permission, Henry.
Yeah.
Come on, Hans, pick up the pace.
Yeah.
Down.
What was this stuff here at the start of the game? Could just run off here and get some impressively good things from the very start. I bet there are plenty of places like that in the game, though.
Greetings. What business have you?
Well, young sir, what now? Shall we ride boldly forth to adventures new?
I never took you for a romantic soul. But as it happens, a romantic soul is just what I need by my side right now.
What, here? Now? Aren't we leaving?
Ah, that's just the thing. Here we are, about to ride off into the unknown. Well, who knows what fate has in store for us? What if we should fall as heroes on the battlefield? How could I depart this world with a quiet heart, never having known true love?
I'm a little worried about you, sir. Aren't you getting overheated inside that armor?
Look, I can't just go off and get my head chopped off somewhere without first winning the heart of the girl I love. So are you going to help me or not?
Well, couldn't we do it after we get back?
We could. If we get back. Hasn't it crossed your mind that anything could happen to us?
Yeah, I suppose. But I have to go now.
Take care. God be with you.
You must be joking. I'm not here to help old Capon get laid.
I've gone far from home. I better get back before Sir Radzig sends out a search party.
What? What? You must be having a laugh here, right? Wait until Capon arrives at the camp. Well, he seems pretty at the camp. Yeah. How about we go to... Hold on, do we have a save here? I better check. Ride out to the nearest village, club a woman and haul her back here. That sounds like too much work. I should haul Capon over there, then club the women. 1736. Okay, well that's epilogue there, but I will lug down a savoury schnapp just in case. And then we're going and saying goodbye to the amorous adventures of Sir Hans the... How do I even deactivate that? Do I have to go to the main menu? Oh, okay, the whole game. The whole game will close on me. Alright. Please, game. We're done. We are surely done. I don't like where you're going with that executable, and since you're dead, I'm going to assume that you're wrong there. Hold on, is it DLC to disable in Steam or in the game itself? Not allowed to leave until I do out my prison sentences at this rate. Yeah, let's try the game first, and I'll try Steam. Although I don't even remember how you disable DLC in Steam. I remember getting really mad at Paradox when Divine Wind, I couldn't play without it. I wanted to play in some older version for some reason. Yeah, I wanted to play Hail to the Throne. Hail to the Throne? Heir to the Throne. But once they put out Divine Wind, there was no option to roll back. And I wasn't best pleased with that. That was a long time ago, though. Heir to the Throne was one ugly looking expansion, but Divine Wind broke a lot of things. Okay, it was the Divine Wind, the Japanese DLC. Japan, broken at launch, then broken with patches, and probably still broken now. Still best to conquer them by being a horde. Alright. Wait, there's no... I want to get rid of the DLC. Man, I wonder if I can get a refund on it. Okay, Steam DLC. I don't think the game was up there, but I was trying to disable it and there was no option for it. The game should end properly fine if DLC is disabled, so good thinking there. Yeah, but how do I disable the DLC? Manage my 6 DLC, Kingdom Come, the Amorous Adventures, checked off, and now Kingdom Come is restarting a download, hopefully not a big one. And now maybe we can get the game up and running again. Or maybe it's going to say something like, you can't continue to run this game because you started it with different DLC. God, I hope not. Japan has a bit of a rep for breaking everything in Grand Strat. Certainly does in Paradox Grand Strat. Goodness, what is it with me running games that I can't seem to finish anymore? Not for lack of trying. EU3 was pretty great, but as much as a great time I had with it, I can't feel the desire to go back and play it now. I did actually try not too long ago. I think I fired up as either Golden Horde, either Golden Horde or Novgorod, and it's a painful game to play. The worst game finishes as well as all the perfect. Let's not try and use the P word. I'm still sore over Rise of Industry. How is it possible to have a game that poorly optimized? Okay, now... This save game requires DLC The Amorous Adventures of Bold Sir Hans Capon. Well, as far as I'm seeing, we've seen the credits here. Right. Denied at the last moment, but fair enough. There we go. That was Kingdom Come Deliverance. Pretty great game. And a little bit more murder hobo-ish than I was hoping for. But what I really liked were the sheer amount of options you had for tackling any problem, until we got towards the ending. The ending felt really full of set places and railroading. Still though, won't let that drag down the whole experience. It was a great game, and definitely sequel bait, so looking forward to when that comes out, whenever that is. Don't know if they're still making DLC for this or not. In any case, that is it for Kingdom Come Deliverance streams. I will be back in about an hour. How long until AmaYui is meant to be on? Quick check of my schedule tells me, oh, it's meant to be on in 15 minutes. Well, I need dinner first. So I'll be back after that, and then AmaYui will be coming on. And then tomorrow we'll have plenty of State of Decay. It's kind of good that it rolls up, because this will give me room on the schedule for yet more State of Decay. So many good games, and still the same 24 hours in each day. How can this be? In any case, cheers for joining for this pretty brilliant game. If you want to see more of it, definitely fire it up yourself, because there's oodles of side content that I didn't touch upon, and I probably never will, because I'm not that kind of player. In any case, until I'm back later, cheerio.